Welcome back to another video for HarborFinancialOnline.com. Today I'm going to be going over self-employment tax and how to calculate it, and walking through all the different areas if you have your own business and if you need to know how much tax you might owe. So the first thing you need to realize is, what is self-employment tax? You can see I have on the screen here, it's Social Security and Medicare tax. Now this is similar to if you ever had a job, or any wage earners out there, where they have this automatically withdrawn out of their check each pay period. But if you're self-employed, obviously no one's going to withdraw that. And when you pay your taxes at the end of the year, you still have to pay the Social Security and Medicare tax. So we're going to walk through and show you how to calculate this tax, and to make sure that you are considered a business and qualify as a business by the IRS and are required to pay this. You use Form Schedule E, and it's a 15.3% tax rate. And on our site at HarborFinancialOnline.com, we have this form that you fill out when you prepare your taxes online. So it's a Schedule SE. Again, we have an online calculator. Using the online tax estimator, what I'm going to do is walk through you guys on using the estimator on our site and how you use it and how you figure your self-employment tax. And first I'm going to go over these other bullet points before we do that, and we'll cover that at the end of this slide. If you have earnings over $400, then you're required to pay self-employment tax. A lot of people don't realize that. They think, you know, if I just had a small business and made a couple $1,000s, I'm not required to pay this tax. Well, you are required by the IRS to pay if you had a profit of over $400. So, I mean, it can be a small operation, but you still owe tax to the IRS. When you're calculating the self-employment tax, you can use your Social Security number, or you can get an employer identification number that's usually known as the EIN. You get this from the IRS at irs.gov, and it's Form W7, and I'll take you to the site, to the IRS website, where you can apply for this EIN number. So now I'm going to take you to our site, HarborFinancialOnline.com, and I'm going to show you how to use the estimator, how to calculate if you owe self-employment tax. So I'm going to click on the link here. Okay, so we have the site up here, you can see, and we're going to go to our estimator that's on the side, free tax estimator. Use the link we have in the web page. Okay. We'll click on this image here. This is for tax calculators. Now you can see up on the screen here we have a little box here. It's business income. Now you can use this, say you're employed by someone else and you do have regular wages, but you have a small business and you need to determine how much self-employment tax you owe. You would put your other income from your job in this box here, and then you would use the third box over business income it would calculate the self-employment tax. So we'll click on that, and it's really easy. All you do is put in how much you profited for the year from your business, and let's say you profited, you know, $2,000. It's a very small business. Then on the right here, it's going to calculate exactly how much tax you owe, and in that tax, it's going to have in there the self-employment taxes. Click on the box. So it's your federal taxes and your self-employment taxes. So it's going to get all those taxes together when you put it in here. And when you calculate the rest of your business income, it's going to have all the deductions you have for the business and different sources of income. So it's going to put that all together, determine the exact self-employment tax. So that's nice. So that's our online calculator, which you can get to again from HarborFinancialOnline.com, and we have a whole page dedicated to using the estimator and getting a bigger refund. Now, as far as getting an employer identification number, if you don't want to use your Social Security number for paying the self-employment tax, you'll use an EIN number, which you'll get at irs.gov, and here's the site, and you can actually do it directly online. So you can, if you clicked on this link, which I'm not going to in the video, they would allow you to complete it all online. But Really, I don't recommend getting the EIN number because you can do it with the Social Security number, so there's really no point in getting it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do now is take us back to the presentation we have. Okay. Now the next thing you need to know is, are you considered self-employed? Is what you're doing making enough money, and is the intent to have really a business? Because you need to understand if you're required to pay tax to the IRS for self-employment tax. There are some IRS rules, and I've put the rules on the screen here, and I'll walk through them real quick with you. This is the first one from the IRS. You carry on a trade or business as a sole proprietor or an independent contractor. Now this qualifies if you're still employed by someone else. This still applies to you. So if you have any kind of side business, again, that's $400 or more profit that you're generating, then you qualify. If you're a partnership with anyone, you may have a small interest in a business, a small partnership, say 10% interest, but if you're still generating $400 or more, then you're required profit. The ultimate definition from the IRS is activity carried on in good faith to make a profit. So if you're trying to make money, that's the intent here, you are required to pay the self-employment tax. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're making some side money and you haven't been paying tax, so you're probably most likely are required to pay some tax on that. Again, we have our website here at the bottom, harborfinancialonline.com, where we offer more information on self-employment tax, and if you have a small business, how to calculate the taxes due, how to determine your income, all the forms that's required by the IRS. So I recommend checking out our website, and if you have any questions, send me an email at expert@harborfinancialonline.com, and I'll answer any questions you guys have about self-employment tax and small businesses and the tax requirements. So thank you for checking out the video, and I look forward to bringing some more videos to you guys.